Cheryl, it's a very quiet, close-knit community.
3 churches, 1 grocery store, only like 3 places to go get food at. I mean, everyone just knows everyone.
Cheryl, New York is the hometown of Philip Markoff, accused in 2009 as the CRAiGsLiST killer. He lived there with his mother and stepfather.
He was one of those guys that growth spurts, so he was like unmistakable, blonde hair and taller than everybody, skinnier. He stood out.
He was always awkward, like, because he was so much taller than everybody else. Almost like he hadn't grown into his body yet.
He liked bowling and playing penny poker with friends. But most of all, Philip stood out in school.
He was such a good student. All the teachers liked him, even teachers that didn't have him in the classes.
He was an excellent student, an honor student. He was very cooperative, very friendly, polite, gentlemanly. You know, he would come into class and stop and talk to me about his bowling or his golf.
He graduated in 2004 and enrolled at the State University of New York in Albany.
He was well-dressed, clean-cut, short hair. As a friend, he was a lot of fun.
He was pre-med, which meant plenty of studying.
He spent a lot of his time in his room doing his schoolwork.
He was hardworking. He did really well in all of his classes. And he was a smart guy, but socially awkward.
When he had time, he joined in the dorm poker games.
There would always be maybe 2 or 3 poker games going on, sometimes till the late hours of the morning. And Phil wasn't always involved, but he seemed to be there quite regularly, and when he was, he would be there all night.
That seemed a lot more important to him than women. Even when he went out, Philip didn't pay much attention to them.
Never really seemed like he cared so much to go out of his way to, make rapport with these women.
Markoff seemed to have trouble relating to women, and there were signs that were more ominous. After a night out drinking in his sophomore year, he was walking his friend Morgan Houston back to her dorm when suddenly he was groping her.
He had pushed me up against the wall, and he was trying to kiss me. And I was trying to push him off of me. I was turning my head to the side and saying, "Get away from me, Phil." And he was, forceful.
Another friend pulled him off. Morgan never confronted Philip about it, but she couldn't forget.
It was scary to look back on that night that he pushed me up against the wall. It was